We are heading for the National Dialogue Committee report debate in Parliament, and I'm eagerly waiting to see the split within the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance legislatures on how exactly they will vote for that report. A hostile contest between Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, because from one side, the former head of state Uhuru Kenyatta, Martha Karua and Eugene Wamalwa have teamed up together to strongly oppose that report to an extent they failed completely to append their signatures. While from the other side, Raila Odinga and the Wiper Party leader, Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, have publicly endorsed that report, whereby Raila Odinga made it very clear that despite the fact that the final National Dialogue Committee report is not perfect and also it is unfinished, but also it is a good start. But based on my considered opinion, ladies and gentlemen, I strongly believe that inasmuch as the Kenyattas are still funding Azimio, Raila Odinga has got no other option here, simply because he is being controlled by the Kenyattas. Therefore, he must follow orders from the owners. And that will simply explain one of the most important agenda that was being discussed, and also one of the reasons that Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga conducted a crucial meeting recently. And I want you to have a look at this particular photo here. You know, I was asking myself this question here, that according to the Jubilee Party organizing secretary, made a statement on our X account saying that, let me just read for you. His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta and Right Honorable Raila Odinga meeting the Jubilee Party leaders from Kiambu County and other leaders this evening. So therefore, if that meeting was all about Azimio, and most importantly the Jubilee Party, the question here is, why then Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga locked out Kalonzo Musyoka and Martha Karua? And that simply explains as to why they were not present in that particular meeting. Just have a look at this photo here once again. That is actually the first red flag. The second one is that, have you also asked yourself this question? What exactly was Raila Odinga doing in Jubilee Party meeting? Have you ever seen Uhuru Kenyatta or Kalonzo Musyoka or even Martha Karua attending the ODM party leadership meeting? And that is why the professor of politics, Mutahi Ngunyi, also made a statement concerning that particular meeting. And this is what he said. Let me just read for you a section of his statement, saying that if Uhuru Kenyatta could not make Raila Odinga president in the year 2022 general elections, what will he make him now? This is a trap, and if I'm wrong, I do not choose to be right. Raila Odinga should focus on the ODM because Jubilee Party is also dead. This is what he should tell. Now, I want to strongly agree with this particular statement here. But also, what very many people don't know is that the Kenyattas are on high alert over Raila Odinga's recent political moves, because the interest of the final National Dialogue Committee report is out of the Mount Kenya region completely, simply because it failed to address some common issues like the agenda of one man, one vote, one shilling.
Debate yetu ni one man, one shilling, one vote. Nikaambiwa ninyamaze. Mwaka imeisha. Tumegawa basare raundi ya kwanza. Sasa tunangojea raundi ya pili. Ni haki mimi ninyamaze mkiteseka? Mteseke. Hiyo ripoti Ishongwa anataka kuleta kule bunge. Hiyo ripoti ambayo ametengeneza wakiwa na kina Kalonzo Musyoka, kama haitakuwa na maneno ya one man, one shilling, one vote, Wamushomba anaomba ruhusa kutoka kwenu.
An agenda that Uhuru Kenyatta was so much interested in, and that is why he introduced that particular agenda in the previous BBI report. Also, most importantly, the final National Dialogue Committee report does not converge with the Kenyattas' interest. And that is why I've said it here, that inasmuch as the Kenyattas are totally against that report, then Raila Odinga will not have any other option apart from following their order. Remember that in the Kenyattas' politics, every decision that Uhuru Kenyatta makes, it must involve Mama Ngina Kenyatta. And that is why, even when Uhuru Kenyatta endorsed Raila Odinga in the previous 2022 general elections, you saw Mama Ngina Kenyatta personally campaigning for Raila Odinga in the larger Mount Kenya region. Therefore, the Kenyattas are also interested in this final National Dialogue Committee report. So that begs a question, what then should we expect going forward? In this particular analysis here, I just want to explain to you the real details that might even shock you. But before that, just a quick reminder that in case you are listening to me up to this point, yet you haven't subscribed to this channel, I'm requesting you to please just take a second or two and subscribe to this channel. You can also give this video a like. If you do that, YouTube will automatically recommend this channel and this video to reach out to others. To my returning subscribers, I really want to appreciate you also so much for your continued support, because without that support, then this channel cannot be where it is currently, and that is why I don't take the support for granted. You can also get notified automatically from YouTube itself every time I upload a video on this channel by simply activating the notification bell down below. So having said that, now let us go straight into the details of this particular analysis. And first of all, let me begin by reading for you this particular statement here that was made by none other than Professor Makau Mutua. He said that Azimio is not a forced marriage. Please leave if you cannot support the National Dialogue Committee report, which is the product of the party's agreed democratic process. What can you say about that particular statement? And who do you think Professor Makau Mutua was addressing to that particular statement here? Well, Makau Mutua will be shocked because he might be the one who will leave Azimio very soon. First of all, I strongly believe that the National Dialogue Committee report that Makau Mutua is forcing others to endorse will actually collapse. The final National Dialogue Committee report is going nowhere. And the main reason as to why I'm saying this is because in Azimio, Uhuru Kenyatta is actually against it. And if the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta, is against that particular report, who do you think Raila Odinga is to oppose Uhuru Kenyatta's move? Even Kalonzo Musyoka cannot do that. So definitely, Martha Karua, Eugene Wamalwa are there to represent Uhuru Kenyatta to oppose that particular report. So basically here, my point is, if in Azimio the final National Dialogue Committee report will fail, then therefore in the Kenya Kwanza Alliance also, the final National Dialogue Committee report will actually fail. Remember that the Kenya Kwanza Alliance is not even in concern with the final National Dialogue Committee report. It is only Raila Odinga who insisted on that particular report. William Ruto is the president, and it does not require the final National Dialogue Committee report to survive politically. That is the fact. But for Raila Odinga and Azimio, because of their own personal or political interest, they must support the final National Dialogue Committee report. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. Secondly, in Parliament, do you expect the Kenya Kwanza and Azimio leaders to unite and endorse that particular report? Well, there will be a split between the leaders, whereby we should expect betrayal and drama ahead. Because the Jubilee Party leaders, representing Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, also the DAP Party MPs, representing Eugene Wamalwa, I strongly believe that they will oppose that particular report. Definitely here, the report will be endorsed by ODM party leaders and the Wiper party leaders. And finally, if the National Dialogue Committee report will sail through, we should expect Raila Odinga to support President William Ruto ahead of the 2027 general elections. Remember that politics is all about interest. Therefore, Raila Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka, and President William Ruto are totally endorsing that particular report. Uhuru Kenyatta, Martha Karua, Eugene Wamalwa, and several others are totally against that particular report. Therefore, I won't be surprised to see Raila Odinga and William Ruto linking up ahead of the 2027 general elections. But also, let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. But I strongly believe also that the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance leaders from the larger Mount Kenya region will definitely pull out of Raila Odinga completely. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to think. Let me also know your thoughts, your views, and your opinions in the comment section down below. Otherwise, I don't have much. Thank you so much for listening. Let me see you again in my next analysis, but please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. My name is Jason. Bye-bye.